Hi, guys. All right. So, Virgos, welcome back. Let's go ahead and jump on into a story. And because we have changed our backdrop, we've changed the vibe right now. Obviously, we're kind of lost in the forest a little bit, but instead of it being a gloomy, dark forest, what we're seeing is big old splashes of red and things that stand out to us. So, it's almost like in a world of otherwise gray, there's some real bright spots, or in a world of confusion, there's some clarity popping out. So that's what the big question is what's popping out right now. What is it that's coming to the forefront at the moment? We have got an eight of swords in the reverse, very nice, and a knight of wands. Virgos ready for some love? Are they realizing that they're over some stagnant energy? Are they over someone from the past? Are they no longer tangled up in their mind and their thoughts? Is this this feels like Virgo is ready for romance. They're ready to flirt. They're ready to welcome in a knight of wands. Now, this is not like, oh, I'm ready for a relationship at the moment. This is like, I'm ready for love. I'm ready for dating. I'm ready for going out. I'm ready for things that feel exciting. And it doesn't have to mean like, intimacy. It can represent just, I'm ready for the fun of, randomly going out for a glass of wine, laughing, talking, enjoying someone's company in a fun, flirtatious manner. This feels like I have this image of like people sitting there, like, the first date vibe when it's just not stressy, but instead it just feels really fun to get dressed up, to have something going on, something different. You sit down and you're laughing and you're asking each other, lighthearted questions. It's the fun kind of dating. It's not the, okay, I'm here to interview you for, are you my person that will be with me forever? Oh, no, I didn't like that answer. Never mind. Thank you for your time. It's not done in that energy. It's super lighthearted, which we don't always get lighthearted in some of the Virgo reads. Nina V, so good to see you. Know Thyself Oracles with Linda J. So glad you guys are here. Thank you so much, everybody, for popping by. I see you out there, Queen Libra and Mel. Thanks for being here. We got Emperor. We got Queen of Cups. We got Four of Cups. Ooh. Okay, so as our Virgo is shifting into the energy of like the bright spot, is that they realize they're ready for a first date. They're ready to go out and mingle. They're also very much ready to meet someone that they would maybe be super intrigued by, or they're feeling this way about themselves. Like, I'm an interesting person. I've got a lot to offer. I don't think so. I think that the Virgo has either spotted someone that they're intrigued by, or that they are aware and alert that there's a lot of emperors out there. This doesn't matter what gender we're talking about. It could be feminines as well as masculines. But the bottom line is this Virgo's head is being turned and they're like, you know what? There's hotties everywhere. There's amazing people everywhere. Why was I ever stuck in my head? Why was I ever thinking that there's not a huge volume of fantastic people that walk this earth? Of course, there's a huge volume of fantastic people. There are emperors and empresses everywhere, but we won't meet them if we aren't like open to it. Well, this Virgo is very open to it. They're in a softer energy right now. Also, the Virgos are coming across, at least this is the card that I associate with the Virgo right now, simply because they don't have blockages. They're in a loving, soft energy, which is probably why they're so willing to say, I'm ready to meet people. I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to flirt. I'm ready to be warm, because I feel like there's great people out there. That's a very, it's a very, how do I want to say, it's giving every person the benefit of the doubt. Like, of course, you could be an amazing person, and I want to hear about all the great traits in you. And I'm not looking at people as hostile or as potential dates, as like, oh God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go out and have to talk to people. However, enter this other energy here. Okay. Four of Cups is here. And I have to say, this is a whole different energy, something else on the periphery. This is not something that Virgo is stuck on, from what I can tell. They're in a vibe of wanting to enjoy romance, of wanting to flirt, of wanting to meet people that are going to be really high caliber, but it starts out lighthearted. But somewhere on the periphery of Virgo's world, there is someone who's got an awful lot of Four of Cups energy. I'm guessing this is somebody that once upon a time Virgo offered their cup to, that didn't take it. And for some reason, they're showing up in this as salty and disappointed. I don't know if as Virgo's energy is softening, as they're opening themselves up to fun and flirtatious energy, as they're looking at other human beings with a really kind set of eyes and just saying, "This is so exciting that I get to meet other amazing people on this earth and that I'm single and I'm on the prowl and I'm kind of enjoying it this time." I wonder if that vibe is what's waking up someone and making them suddenly feel like I messed things up with Virgo and I'm starting to have some regrets. Why are they filtering through my mind right now? Well, probably because Virgo's energy is not focused on them. Only reason I'm reading it this way is because we started out with unstuck energy. This Virgo is unstuck. And someone else over here is very stuck. Well, that's not our Virgo. Our Virgo is out there in a completely kind of like an un-Virgo-esque energy to be showing up more as a Queen of Cups. That feels to me like they're in a really nice, warm, fuzzy vibe. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups. Hold on. Let's check that. Let's see if I'm interpreting it. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, we can confirm that that Queen of Cups is our freaking Virgo because the Hermit literally came out. And so did the Ace of Cups. You've watched me shuffle, you know I'm telling the truth. That is hilarious. That couldn't have been any louder. Holy smokes. Speaking of louder, the song in my head right now is by the artist Elephant is her name. I think it's Ellipant. And there's a song that is just called GITS. I think it's like I don't know, it's some remix. It's like a WDL remix or something. Anyway, that song is a great artist, great song. That is in my head really loud. It was even before I sat down to do this particular video. I just finished the bonus message and then that song popped into my head as I was typing in that I was going to do this one for Virgo. So, and that song is about it is about somebody losing somebody else, and it kind of sounds like the singer has fallen in love with somebody else and doesn't want that person to go away, or it's being sung from this person's perspective. I don't know. I can't hear all the words in my head right now, but great song. We got a Page of Cups. If there is somebody out there who's thinking a lot about giving an apology right now, see, here's the thing. This card has a dual meaning that could fit either direction. This character who is suddenly feeling like, why didn't I accept Virgo's love offer? I'd like to come in and say sorry, but this is also a card of saying, I want to make an offer. Well, Virgo's over here ready to mingle with someone who I think is going to be really important, even though Virgo's approaching it with a lighthearted energy. And I don't even know if Virgo has begun dating anybody yet. This all looks like, because our knights are action takers, and that's again part of the Virgo's vibe. They're out there ready to have a good time. They're unstuck when it comes to matters of, like, hey, how do you get to know somebody? By keeping it light at first, but when you meet somebody of value, then start to warm up to them. Give them that respect, show them that they're important, especially if Virgo winds up lightheartedly dating a freaking emperor, somebody that is solid, secure, stable, and shows their interest in Virgo. Virgo's going to reciprocate because they're in the energy of wanting to give love and get love, but they're going about it in a non-desperate, non-intense method. And that is all triggering somebody on the outside of Virgo's world. Let's change decks I'm so sorry, but we do have to talk about that for just a moment. And then I just want to focus on only that Emperor. Tell me about the person on the external aspect of Virgo's world. The only reason I say we got to talk about that is because they are here. And they wouldn't be here for no reason. We got the Fool in the reverse. This is somebody who is not taking a leap of faith. Even now, they're not. They're just sitting there in salty, kind of like, well, you notice that they sit there with their arms folded and head down even now. And we got a Hermit, so they're thinking all about the Hermit. We got a King of Cups in the reverse. And we've got the Queen of Cups sideways. So all throughout this, the Virgo has continuously come up. And now you can see it out of multiple decks. The Virgo has, and when I tried to clarify the Queen of Cups, we got the Virgo out of the other deck. Now even when we ask what's the dealio with this person on Virgo's periphery who's so bummed that they didn't accept a love offer from Virgo back when Virgo was giving them their heart. And even here we see them say, well, King of Cups in the reverse, I didn't want to give anything in return. But even now, it kind of says that they knew Virgo was really loving. The Virgo was the Queen of Cups even back then. But I also wonder if they somehow thought Virgo was still too independent for them somehow, because the Hermit can be somebody who's on an independent spiritual path. But what's so ironic is that an individual spiritual path, but still super loving, almost says that Virgo was inviting someone to be a part of that journey. Like, hey, wouldn't it be great if we really like step into my world. I'll invite you into my world that could be very loving, very supportive. Like those are the things that are on my spiritual journey, is finding a spiritual partner and having a really emotionally satisfying and loving connection. And this person flat out rejected it. They didn't want it. They knew that they could have been a perfect match, and they said, yeah, I don't want your perfect match that you're offering. Why did they not? I'm sorry, I have to dig just a smidge. Why did this king, and bear in mind, I don't read for genders, but masculine or feminine is irrelevant, but we're going to call them a king because that's what we've got. Five of Cups in the reverse. Why did they reject being the other part of this amazing relationship? Why did they think they didn't want to join Virgo on this kind of like very emotionally, what could have been an emotionally fulfilling relationship? And they said, because I don't want for things to not work out and then I get left out in the cold. So I'd rather not have something loving, kind. I'd rather not have something that's a wish fulfillment. In fact, I'd rather deny that there is any wish fulfillment. There's no way that you're my unicorn. There's no way that a relationship could be that good. So this person literally saw everything Virgo had offered them, the love offer they made them, and look, could this be a more perfect setting? This is like an amazing date. Everything is fantastic. The location is perfect. The outfits are awesome. There's sexy people sitting there having a chance to have this amazing romantic, experience. And we've got, little goblets of wine and we've got fruit. And it doesn't get more romantic than that. And they said, this is so perfect. Nothing could be this perfect. Oh, yeah. You're going to be a Queen of Cups. Give me all this love. Ugh. I don't believe that. There's no way. There's no way. I don't believe in unicorns. I don't believe in wishes coming true. So I'll make sure that I say no thank you to all of your kindness. Blah. Okay. This person is like, they're like a freaking Grinch, and I don't get why. But what they lost was the chance to be in this lover's connection that was like so picture perfect. Nine of Wands. Okay, so I've been describing them as somebody who's bleh, this is too perfect. No, this is somebody who is, I don't know why, but they want to fight. This is somebody who feels like, well, obviously this tiger is ferociously fighting for their freedom, right? And yet we have this feminine over here like, hey, I don't know why you're fighting. Nobody was restraining you, sweetheart. You're already a free tiger. Go be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. I was just inviting you to have, some delicious saucer of milk. But if you don't want it, you don't have to yell at me about it. Just go ahead and leave. She's not restraining the tiger. This character acted like a loving, beautiful thing was something that how dare you try to control me with your love, with your offers of kindness. How dare you try to like bring me in with your honey sweet. It's like they thought this was a honey trap or something, and they needed to fight against it to maintain their freedom. But I don't know why the heck they were fighting, other than this person has been fighting a lot for a long time. Maybe they were just in that combative mindset with the Nine of Wands. That's a wounded warrior, but there was no battle for them to fight with her, with this. I say her because we have this here, and I assume that that's the Queen of Cups, who I assume is the Virgo. But they were absolutely not about to let this trickery of love take away their personal freedom. And even though they still sit there feeling They're unhappy that they did this, but we don't see them taking a leap of faith forward to change anything. So let me just simplify this and ask one last question. Why are they here at all? Why are they showing up in this read? Because it's not supposed to be about them from what we can tell. The Empress and the Eight of Discs. Well, Virgo was every bit as strong as them, but in a different way. If they were ferociously like, I'm going to fight you, Virgo, at every turn, and Virgo was like, I'm going to spread love towards you. And the more, it feels like the more Virgo tried to like tell somebody that they cared, the more of an asshole this person became. The more Virgo was trying to be kind, the more they were ice cold, the more, and I just say that because we have these two alphas, two lions facing off. And yet I just see that the reason they're showing up is because they might be starting to understand that they really did meet someone who matched them. As much as they were going to be resistant, this Virgo was always going to be who they were also. Virgo wasn't going to be like cowed and told that they can't be that loving or told that they're not supposed to be warm. This Virgo was going to stay who they are. And I think they realized that. And I think at this point in time, they realized that they met the person that they should have married, the person that would have been their empress, the person that is strong enough to not get ugly and bitter because of the way they tried to crush this relationship. And I mean, they certainly did. But I think that they're realizing Virgo wasn't trying to take away any of their personal autonomy, nor would Virgo allow themselves to be like crushed or dented or destroyed by their own behavior. This is someone who they do what they think is right. Whether or not somebody else agrees with it doesn't matter. There's a lot of respect that this person has for Virgo. They realized Virgo was the one who wouldn't have tried to take their autonomy at all. That was the one person on earth they shouldn't have fought against. That was the one person who would have stood beside them while never taking away their personal freedom. They just now realize that. I don't really know why else this is showing up other than maybe because they're starting to have a lot of respect for Virgo, and maybe that'll eventually be at least a good vibration that comes out of this. There's nothing to say they're going to try to come back in. In fact, quite the reverse. I think they just finally have it click. They finally understand the Virgo, and they understand what that situation was with the Virgo. But I think it's a little too late because this Virgo's over here meeting an emperor. Okay, so let's just talk about the emperor now, shall we? I was excited to get over there, but I was like, why is this standing out so strong? Okay, emperor mode. Here we go. What have we got? We've got a King of Swords in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, the Temperance. Now, hold on. We got to take these in chunks because when it comes to the emperor is completely, their energy is balancing out everything that the Virgo dealt with that person that rejected them. Now I see why we had to talk so much about that person. Someone that was ice cold, someone that wouldn't take a leap of faith forward, someone that wouldn't give equally. The Emperor is coming in to make an energetic balance for the Virgo. This person is providing something for the Virgo that the Virgos never had. It's almost like the universe has stepped in and said, darling, let me, for everything that you didn't have from the other person, let me give you somebody that's going to balance all that out. Now, the other thing is the Virgo is going to be in the position of choosing. This is about the Emperor, but the Emperor is going to want the Virgo to choose them. They're going to want to know about the Virgo. They're going to ask questions. Where the other character didn't understand the Virgo at all, didn't realize the Virgo was never trying to steal their autonomy. They were just simply offering something kind and inviting them to be a part of something beautiful. And they shut it down and said, don't you dare try to control me. The Emperor is saying, I want to get to know you, Virgo. I'm so interested to get to know you. Whereas the other person didn't understand and didn't want to get to know anything. This person is saying, oh, I want you to choose me. We all have the choice to make in life, but I definitely would like Virgo to want to choose me. I want balance with my Virgo. I want to see where this could go. Everything here is open and free flowing. It's all about choice. It's all about options and opportunities. It's not about taking anyone's opportunities away from them. Knight of Swords. They do kind of want to move things forward as soon as they get a chance to get to know more about Virgo. I feel like this Emperor is going to be like, they're kind of hooked right from the gate, and they're going to continue to like want to get to know Virgo. We see them, we see them, their interest grows. The more they learn about the Virgo, the more they want to know about their Virgo. Because we go from like, somebody who's like 19 to somebody who's like 30, right? We see the progression of just even the musculature and the way they're growing. This is not representing somebody's physique, it's representing the mentality. This emperor meets Virgo and it's like, huh, I'd like to get to know you. I'd like you to want to get to know me. And then the more they learn, the faster they want to go. Like now I want to get to know lots more about the Virgo. I want to accelerate things. I want to spend more time with them. This this emperor, I swear, is going to be everything that the other character wasn't. Page of Wands. They go from first getting to know the Virgo's intellect and then wanting to go into the passionate aspect of things. Again, still taking it one step at a time. An emperor always goes, how do they get to the top of the temple one step at a time? They don't want to skip steps. Maybe they want to go kind of fast up every single step, but they want to make sure that they hit every step. They want to get to know Virgo at the intellectual level. Then they want to start to morph into something a little physical. Again, slow and easy, step by step. They're getting to know the Virgo and vice versa. It's like easing into a situation to make sure that it actually that both people are interested in the same thing. Then we go to the Knight of Cups. We keep seeing pages and then knights. We keep seeing a progression. I love the way this emperor is handling everything. There's a spark of like Virgo's hot, but then they don't go into the Knight of Wands where it's like let's jump into a physical intimate relationship. They go, I'd like intimacy here because I have emotion that's growing. Like this is an emotionally available emperor, which obviously we always expect that. Okay, I'm not no, don't fall down. Hold on. Okay, that'll sit right there. I'm not really surprised because when it comes to an emperor, they are emotionally available. We assume that, otherwise they can't be an emperor. We've got a 7 of Wands. Obstacles are kind of being released. The more Virgos around this emperor, any reservations that they had are kind of dissolving. We've also got, I was trying to already cover that. She's in a bathing suit, but we've got the Justice card in the reverse. Things are working out here. Again, I look at this almost the way I looked at that Temperance card. Like there's a karmic balance here where the emperor is coming in and giving everything that the Virgo didn't have, everything that Virgo was rejected on by the previous partner. This character, this emperor, wants everything that they want to be loved. They want that soft energy. They want Virgo's, kindness around them. They want Virgo's invitation to, hey, how about if we did this thing where we treated each other really well and there was a lot of love and safety and security between us? What do you think about that? This character is like, they are down with it. They are ready to do everything that the other person didn't want. We got the Tower, which, by the way, I always think of this as the Eiffel Tower in Paris, city of love. We got a 9 of Cups and we got the 10 of Wands. I have to say, I didn't really see this Virgo having any boundaries up in the first place. And I didn't see the Emperor having boundaries up. But when we have a Tower and then we've got a 10 of Wands making this beautiful little sandwich with the 9 of Cups smack dab in the middle, any other unseen elements of, it doesn't matter how upright our emperors and our queen cards are, every character can still have their own secret little fears or reservations. I have to say that this emperor and the Virgo in building this union together, what they're realizing is this is starting to feel really, really good, and it is breaking down any other walls that I had, any misconceptions that I had, any fears that I had, any ego that I had, because they keep reassuring each other. And I think bit by bit, both of them are finding some kind of like genuine wish fulfillment in one another. And the more that they have wish fulfillment in one another, the more they recognize how healthy it feels, how good it feels. Um, was that Alanis Morissette? That it was really nice lyrics in that one track of hers. Something about I've never felt this healthy before. You already won me over in spite of me. Um, I think it's all your fault, but like, it's obviously said in the reverse way, like it's all your fault that I feel this good. It seems like that kind of energy. And I think it's about time that Virgo has that kind of a partnership. It's about time that they build that kind of relationship with somebody. Is there a final message on this? Heck, it's already 25 minutes long. Let's go one more. What is the final message on this whole story? Because it's a little unfortunate that somebody flat out rejected every ounce of tenderness or love that this character tried to give, but they've learned some respect. That previous partner has learned some kind of respect for the Virgo. Seven of Wands. The final message on this is Seven of Wands is how characters overcome struggles. And for whatever reason, it's as if being out here in the big old open ocean, um there's sharks out there, right? There's danger out there, but the ocean represents emotion, right? And there are um people that will see us as like prey, and those are the sharks, right? But hiding in a cave like this to avoid the sharks also means we would be hiding from ever getting out into the open ocean, hiding away from everyone, pushing away every kind of love, because it's like, well, you might be full of crap. I don't want to believe in this love offer that you're trying to give me because you could be a shark and I don't know. So I'm going to pull back and hide out here in my cave and not go into open water. That's how some people look at struggles. They say, I don't want to deal with the struggle. I'd rather stay tucked here in a cave. But it gets lonely in a cave, which is kind of what I think this previous partner of Virgo's has discovered. They said, you could be a predator, even though you're offering me something nice. So I'm not taking it. It's too much of a risk. It's too much of a struggle for me to accept it. So I'll hide here in my cave. And they did. And the Virgos moved on. Meanwhile, this is also saying Virgo and this emperor, they took a different route. They said, wow, I mean, the world is full of sharks. You could be one. But what if I got to know you first? Maybe you're not a shark. Maybe you're just like I think barracudas always look really scary, but then they're not sharks, right? I feel like they decided to take a risk. They decided to go through this because it's worth trying. It's worth giving love a chance. Could it be a disaster? Sure. But at some point, instead of hiding out, I'm going to go ahead and go out into the open ocean and take a risk. I just feel like it's all about how anybody overcomes struggles. Do they want to give it a whirl or not? Some characters do, some characters don't. It all depends on how they see fear and how they can overcome fear and what kind of skill set they've got to help them navigate those fears. There aren't guarantees. There's no guarantee that any romance is going to wind up being perfect or safe or make us feel loved. But in this case, the Virgo and the Emperor are choosing not to stay in a cave, but instead to go out and interact with each other. And I think that they're having a darn good outcome because of it. So that is our message on this one, for better or worse. Like I say, I'm a fictional storyteller. I hope that there's always something interesting, thought-provoking, fun that comes out of these. At the end of the day, only our characters will decide what they're going to do, though. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Lots of love to all of you. Mel, Bree44, 444, excuse me. Good to see you. RT, yeah, I liked seeing them unstuck too. That was really nice. That was different for a change. Orest, Fourth Horseman, the card reminds you of those popsicle rockets from the ice cream truck. Oh my God, I know exactly what you mean. I haven't seen those in ages. Very nice. Nina, I'm glad. Yes, it is kind of a balancing time right now, isn't it? Steve V, wonderful to see you. Thanks for popping by. Sindhu Shankar, how are you, honey? Good to see you. Hey, Claudia. All right, you guys, I will see you all in some of the next videos I'm going to put out. I'm putting out, well, as many as I can tonight before my voice runs out. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye, everybody.